Welcome to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Let's Talk Cars Radio is sponsored in part by Napa Car Care Centers, BDG Auto Group, by Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmissions, Advanced Technology Institute, and American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Be a part of the program today by calling...
Happy Saturday, America. You listen to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Pilach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's doing all of our technical work for us. So it is another Saturday. I want to say it was a good Saturday, but it's kind of nasty outside. I mean, as far as, it's cold. I want to say, at least it's not raining. We have the threat of a storm coming, as you guys know. But so, hey, make sure you go out and get your bread and milk.
Snow in December? Who knew?
Who knew? Yeah, snow in December. So, but hey, like I said, at least it's not raining. I mean, that is the plus. So I do actually have a special show set up for you guys. So you guys know how we love our Napa family. We know how that we get really involved with them. You guys asked for it. We brought them to you guys. You guys want a garage you can trust. So here we are again with another one from our Napa family. So I actually have Mike Scagalone. I have Kevin Vance. And I have Don Tabor. Okay, I want to make sure I got it all right. And they are actually from two different garages. Now, they have sister garages or brother garages or whatever you want to call it. Kempsville Auto Care and Arrowhead Automotive. So thanks for coming on the show, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So it's interesting. You know, I have known Kevin for a long time, but back and forth to his shop many times. I've been to Mike's shop a bunch of different times and stuff. And it's interesting to see the different setups in all the different shops and how everybody has something just a little bit different setup. Now, I know, Mike, your shop, you guys stay just busy as can be. I mean, you guys are just busy all the time, which is great.
Or some wood. I need a knock.
Knock on wood. So you've been there for just 27 years?
Yes. Come February, it'll be our 27th year.
Awesome. And I know that you guys specialize in a lot of different things there. You're not just a one-stop shop. You pretty much do everything there at that location.
Right. Family operation and neighborhood operation is what I should say.
Right. There are no one of the garages. You guys know I've talked about this before. So, Napa is got the program, the BDG HRVA group. Okay. If you guys ever want to find them online, go to them and check them out. And I've told you guys before. So what makes them unique is all these garages have come together, as I told you guys before, to form one group. They're family owned and or operator or locally operated. So you always have an owner really close, real by. You have managers that you're used to, have been there for a long time. So you're not just walking into that, oh, well, there's this new guy here. Oh, there's this new guy here. We know how much you guys hate it. You guys have told me how much you hate it. So the program works really well for what you guys have working for you. Now you have your son actually working the front counter as well over at Countsville.
Temporarily yes, he's been there for several years, but he's getting ready to get married, so we will be losing him, unfortunately.
Well, the good thing about it is it is a family operation though, so everybody's kind of involved, and that's cool. And you guys got some great techs there as well that I've talked with before in the past. Like I said, I mean, it's a really unique setup because they're still one of the neighborhood garages. Now, we talk about this, the fact that neighborhood garages tend to go away over time. But you guys sit right outside a neighborhood. Everybody pretty much that's behind you seems to come forward and use your guys' service, which is great because it's right there.
Yeah, we've lost, I don't know how many shops Kevin will tell you because he was at one of the shops before he came actually with us 11 years ago. But he was one of the shops that he was right up the street and it shut down on him.
I grew up, I've told the story before to many people, I grew up with the neighborhood garage. That's dear to my heart. I just think it's a huge thing. It's a great thing for the community. And like I said, you always know who's there when you go there. And versus going to some of the big box stores, and I don't use them by name because I just don't think it's fair, but you guys know who they are, that, Bill works there today and Tommy works there tomorrow and, so on and so on. It always seems to work that way. Now, Kevin, you've been over at Arrowhead for 11 years now.
Yes, sir.
And you run day-to-day operation there. And
yep.
You guys are known as the alignment and suspension specialists. That's your guys' big niche over there.
Yeah, it is. We do a little bit of everything from diagnostics to, of course, state inspections, maintenance. But we do specialize in steering, suspension, alignments. And it's a good draw for us, and it seems to bring a lot of business to us for obvious reasons, and we enjoy doing it.
Yeah, like I said, I've stopped in and talked with you over the years many times, just stopping. Like I said to everybody, I like going to auto garages and hanging out because it's where I get most of my information for the show. Interesting stories. Like I was at your place the other day, and I watched something that I've seen 1,000 times happen where people come in at the last minute, and they're like, can I get a state inspection? And you're like, well, you can. Well, can I get it right now? Can I wait for it? And it's like, well, no. It always amazes me, and I've told people over and over and over again, if you need a state inspection, it gets to the end of the month, you should be like outside, sitting in your car waiting for the door to open if you have any chance in the world at the end of the month to get in. And then your son was telling me that's funny. You guys actually have people that come over and sleep in the parking lot and wait for it to open.
Yeah, we've had them on camera where they'll come in at 4 o'clock in the morning
and just sit there.
And, you know, they'll start their own roster at the door as they all drive up because they get off the midnight shift and they just start signing up, ready to come.
Some guy shows up with his own clipboard.
Yeah, he walks in. Here's our list.
Here's the order we showed up in.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's funny. Now, you all do state inspections over there at Arrowhead as well.
Yes.
And I know you guys stay very busy because I've been there before as well, and it seems to be really big. You guys are in a unique location, too, because you guys are right there as you come around the corner and you can't miss it. You guys are actually a pretty big operation in compared to a lot of different operations that are out there right this second.
Well, we do focus on the neighborhood, and we're kind of that little friendly community repair shop, and the neighbors love us, so it's a good relationship.
Yeah. And now, Don, and you're over with Kevin?
Yes.
As well. And like I said, one of the biggest things about this setup in the Napa group we talked about is that family dynamic. A lot of people like that neighborhood shop. It's important for them to build relationships, and we promote that a lot of bit on this show. It's one of the biggest things we've talked about on this show is the fact that, you know, you got to build a relationship. If you jump around garage to garage over and over again, then there's no history on the car. That person that you take your car to has no idea what's been done in the past or what needs to be done moving forward. So the reason why we got involved with this whole program for everybody was the fact that I wanted to make it clear and show the incentives of using your neighborhood garage and how important that is. And it's funny because everybody that we've had in here that's part of the Napa family has that same dynamic and that same thought process of, let me just be the neighborhood garage and take care of the neighborhood, which is really important as far as just being active in your community. Now, I know you're very active in the community, even up and beyond the things that have to do with automotive, Mike. So, and it's very, very heartwarming to know that garages like that still exist out there. People actually still care. It's not about making the dollar. If you take care of your customer, I said this is my tag slogan I've used for years. Stop worrying about the money and worry about the customer, and the money will come, because it's all about the customer. The customer experience is 100% what's going to be a failure or a success of a garage. And obviously, for you being there as long as you have, you're doing things the right way. I've been there. I've used you guys. Everybody says, oh, well, you have an auto show, and why don't you work on your own car? I do, but I'm also smart enough to know that sometimes time is more precious than money. So I look for a lot of the Napa Auto Service Centers to drop it off to, because I know what I'm getting with them. You all done state inspections on my car before. Sometimes I don't like what I hear either. I was like, it needs what? But it's just one of those things. Like I said, you guys heard me talk a couple weeks ago when we were on the show, and there was a lady who took her car in to have a state inspection. She got really upset, but she actually took the time to explain to the technician that she wasn't upset at him. She was just upset at the fact that the car needed something. And I've never seen anybody ever do that. What's your guys' worst state inspection story you ever had that you can think of right off the top of your head?
Well, they just don't want to fix it. It's, and of course, this time of the year is the worst time of the year.
Always, because Christmas is right around the corner.
Christmas and beginning of school, anytime that happens, nobody wants to fix anything then. They want to save their money.
And the biggest thing people forget, state inspection is there for safety. I mean, that's really what it's there for.
That's the biggest reason.
And that, when money and safety seems to get mixed together, people tend to, forget about that a little bit. But all in all, always remember, if you need a state inspection, don't worry. It's not always a bad thing. Just go get it done and take care of it and stuff. So
I can remember a situation where a lady got rejected for her brakes on her car, and obviously brakes are probably the most important safety feature of your car. And I think her response was, I don't even use them. It's not a big deal. Why can't I get a good sticker? And it just kind of blew my mind that she just didn't understand the safety aspects of her brakes. So that's my that's my funniest inspection
I want
story.
her in front of me while we're driving, not behind me.
Well, you guys, I've seen when I drive by both you guys' shop, you guys get your fair share of antique cars that come in too. In fact, last time I was at your shop, you have a Mustang, I guess, is getting a complete retro on something done over there.
Right, we're going to completely give this one a big facelift, engine-wise, nothing exterior.
Nothing exterior. Well, here's one of the things I kind of give you, one of the stories that came out of the news this week. So Ford, if you're a classic person and you're a Ford fan, you guys know where I stand. I'm Chevy through and through. So sorry. And if you don't drive a Chevy, it's okay. You can be my manufacturer challenge friend. I still love you the same. I mean, I can't help what you drive. But Ford approved a company. So this company's been around for a while trying to get things done. They're called Gateway Broncos. And what they are is they actually got their approval to remake the 1966 through 77 Broncos in exactly how they're made. No retro, right down to how you would have got one through 66 and 77. So, and Ford just signed off on it this week to allow them to actually hold the nameplate and remake
So
them.
are they going to put the modern technology into it?
So far, they say no. They're going to keep them completely classic.
Wow.
And they're not the first person that's done this. Now, there's been a couple of different car companies that have tried this in the past. Now, there was a guy here locally, and I cannot remember his name, that was doing it with Camaros. He was trying to get the official rights, and he bought the stamps to the 69 Camaro and owned him here in Norfolk. And he was going to stamp out 69 Camaros, but he was going to do everything modern on the inside, but they were going to actually be VINed as 69 Camaros. So I don't know what happened with that. I've done some research, and I've had some people send me some emails through the show asking me about if I know he's still around. I can't find him anywhere, guys, just so you know. That came up a couple weeks ago. Somebody said, hey, can you see if you can find him? And I can't find him. I just know there was a body shop here in town that was involved. They're now closed, but they were actually doing the painting on the cars. They actually set up like a production paint booth setup. They were going to do all the paint and stuff on the car. So like I said, don't really know what happened to that company, but I thought that was a cool idea. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that would pay money to have a retrofitted 69 Camaro that looks just like a 69 Camaro. If you pull it up next to it, you'd never know the difference until you looked inside. And it's a really, really big thing. There's a lot of companies moving forward. So I think it's cool that Ford has actually opened the gates to let them remake this car. I mean, or Bronco, I should say, not car. But, you know, I like nostalgia. Nostalgia is cool. And I pay big money for nostalgia, to a certain degree anyway.
I do too, but I wonder how they can build a new Bronco of 60s vintage that meet modern day emission standards.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So they got to be upgrading somewhere.
Well, don't you, if you have a classic car and you have antique tags on it, aren't you omitted from emission? I know we don't have emissions here, but
If the vehicle was titled as a 60s vehicle, sure.
I bet you
But I don't know how they're doing that.
that might be the loophole. I don't know. That's something to look into. That's interesting. I never really thought about that. And I know you said not yet. I heard you squeaking not yet, but we all know that they want
2
emissions
years,
to
I
come here.
suspect.
Yeah, and then here's the question that come up is if they do emissions, is the state inspection going to go away?
Yes. That's the gut feeling in our industry now.
The revenue
There's
just
10
changes
states
hands.
left
We'll be
in
able
the
to
country
breathe better,
that still
but
do
our
it.
cars still won't stop.
Well, all right, so that's fine.
Now you don't have to fix it.
Up north, when I lived in Illinois, they don't have state inspection, but they have the emissions, and theirs is just a toll booth. So you're going down the freeway and you pull off the freeway into like this little toll booth thing. They hook the thing up to your car and it turns red or green and tells you if you pass and you go upon your way. In Nevada, they have what they call smog stations, and they're independently owned, and they look like, remember the old key shacks back in the day where you used to go get your key made that were in the shop? Sears out at Pembroke used to have a little key shack. They look just like that. They have a little thing they pull out your car and hook up to it, and if you pass, it gives you a green light, and they hand you a sticker and you go about your way. So I think we'll start seeing those probably pop, because that's how Nevada
Now,
does it.
because I was on the council to write some of this protocol. And
Okay.
we're going to have drive-by. You're going to basically be driving down the road. You'll go to get on an on-ramp at the interstate. You'll drive by a white van sitting on the side of the road.
Right.
And it will look and smell your exhaust as you pass by. And from that, they will determine if you're clean or dirty. And if you're clean, you will pass. They'll give you a pass, and you'll be extended.
You'll get a gas pass.
You'll get a gas pass.
I couldn't resist. You were just digging it even deeper for me. I was trying. I couldn't
Open that
do
trap right up.
I can only imagine when they smell the manure truck come by.
it. right. It fails. Absolutely fails. That's
What's
hilarious.
that smell?
Yeah, like I said, like when I lived up north, it was just an off ramp. You went on an off ramp, and they had a little shack, and you pulled up. They did it. There was up in the ceiling was 2 lights, a red or a green light, and a couple minutes it turned red or turned green, and that was it. And I always thought that was kind of strange because at that point I came from the West, and we didn't have anything like that. I was like, "What's this?" I didn't even know you needed something like that. So.
Yeah, the way the protocol is written, it's up to 30% of the population, when it's fully enforced, will be taken at the roadside, and then the rest 70% will have to be taken into a location like R2 locations
Okay.
or any one of them.
So basically, it'll just be a revenue. It will be a revenue changer
It
from
will
one to
be
the other.
a revenue stream, yes,
Yeah. Well,
for the state.
he said for the state, not for the city, but for the states. We'll see. 2 years. I'm gonna write it down. 2 years because it seems like everything on this show that we predict, it always comes true. Is how quickly things come.
All
That's
the
even
cars will be
technology.
electric in 2 years. You won't need it.
Autonomous.
Autonomous. You won't
They'll
need a
drive in all
driver
by
either.
themselves.
Yeah, you just send them to go get the work done. We talked about that.
Yep.
I tell you what, guys, we need to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Kevin. We're going to talk more with Mike. We'll talk more with Don, and I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Take vitamins, exercise, ease up on the coffee. Sound familiar from your last visit to the doctor? Well, your Napa Auto Care Center knows preventive maintenance too. By grouping together services your vehicle needs, customized for the way you drive, they can save you time, money, and hassles. Prevent troubles down the road and give you confidence when you travel. Ask your Napa Auto Care Center to build a preventive maintenance plan for your vehicle today.
Hey guys, check everything your Napa Auto Care Center has to offer at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Their commitment to excellence will leave you coming back for more. So check them out at NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Pillot from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI. Not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today, or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. Hey, if you guys weren't hanging out with the first segment, we're back for the second. You guys are lucky because we're still here. So, yeah, right? That's a good one? No? He's not paying attention to me. Larry's like, I'm in my own world today.
I was busy working with my buttons.
What is the strangest vehicle that you gentlemen have ever worked on? And I have a reason for asking this.
That's a good one. Strangest vehicle.
We did a state inspection on Arnold Schwarzenegger's Hummer.
Really?
Yeah, years and years ago.
Okay.
And the VIN on it was like 0000002.
Wow, that's cool.
It was like the one, it was out of the
It was
blue.
still owned by him or
It
somebody
was
else?
still owned by him, and it was they were doing this is many years ago. They were doing a photo shoot or a movie down at the beach.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there was when it rolled in, we were looking at this big old Hummer like. Then we looked at that VIN, and I was like, who has a VIN like this?
Well, the reason why I ask is there's a new company out there that will deliver a tank to your house and let you drive it.
A tank?
Tank.
I saw that on the internet.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it work?
No,
Can
it
I
works.
Fire it?
No, it's a working tank. I don't think they're gonna let you fire it at anything, but they actually bring it to your house. They'll bring it to your house and you can drive
So
it.
I can take it during rush hour?
I think there's gonna be a lot of restrictions to what you can
I'll
do with
clear
it.
the road?
It's
Oh, I was thinking one better. I was like, neighbor's dog was in my yard. Boom.
It's drivingtank.com is the name of the company. And basically he advertises he has a tank and he'll bring it to your house and they'll let you crush cars and RVs and all kinds of stuff with
Well,
it.
you can't drive those on the road, can you?
I don't know. I've seen them at parades.
Let's let those turrets tear up a little bit of pavement here.
I've seen them at parades drive.
Yeah, well,
Do a 360 in the middle of
that
the road.
track works on asphalt.
No, they do. It doesn't tear it up either. I mean, you can put tracks on asphalt and not tear it up. I mean, look, you see
This is
tractors all
very
the time.
cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap.
It's
See, I knew you were looking-
$1,000 for a single car crash.
Yeah. I don't know. There's got to be if you live someplace far, there has to be some type of delivery fee to come to wherever you're at or something like that. But still, I thought it was kind of a cool idea.
If you can't shoot it, why would you want it?
You get to crush a car.
Well, don't you remember when the guy went rogue? What was that, 20 years ago with the tank? Was it in California, whatever it was? Yeah. And they couldn't stop him, and he was crushing everything. I mean, everything was in
that
his
wasn't
sight.
very long ago, was it?
It's about 20. It's got to be 20 years ago.
Yeah, at least 20.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
got to be 20 years ago.
It seems to me like it was yesterday.
Look, so my idea became huge. I had an idea years ago before this ever existed, that to get bobcats and excavators and all kinds, any type of construction machinery, and put it out in the field and bring in people and let them drive them and charge them money to do so. I had that. I mean, it had to be over 20 years ago. I thought of this idea. I was just like, oh, that'd be really cool. And then I talked about it with a friend 10 years ago. It came back up. He's like, you know what? I was like, man, I had that idea 20 years ago. I thought it'd be. Sure enough, I'm in Vegas. I get off the plane in Vegas, and I see this sign that says, "Can you dig it?" or something like that. And it's an advertisement for the exact same thing. They bought a bunch of acres. They have all this different machinery, and then you work and they do corporate functions where you work as teams and stuff like that. But you can just go there and dig holes if you want to. You take whatever piece of equipment and dig a hole, and they charge you for it. I mean, it's the simplest idea, but I mean, people do look, we all had Tonkas when we were
Sounds like
kids.
it'd be fun.
Kevin, you want a pool in your backyard, don't you?
I do. But back
get
to
you
that
hooked up.
tank. How cool would that be to be the guy that has the tank in his driveway?
No, right.
I mean, the neighbors would just salute you. I mean, you would just be the man in the neighborhood.
Would
Out
that
of
be-
oppression, they would salute you, or just.
Just
Would that be
intimidation.
I was about to say, would they salute you for happiness, or you don't want to be drove over by a tank?
Right, for those two reasons.
Yeah.
Kill the crime in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the enemy of the state.
That was a movie, too. I actually met the guy that supplied all the cars for that movie. I didn't even know that. There's companies, that's all they do. That's an actual legitimate company. Yeah. They go to auctions and they buy cars and they hang on to the cars, and then they rent them to movies to crash up or use in movies. They have just a whole selection of cars. There was a guy who was upper state Virginia that I met. That's what his company was. He started off as a small car dealership, and he ended up buying 20 old police cars from the city. And it just so happened they were looking for a supply of police cars to crash up in that movie, and found out he had 20 of them. They contacted me look, if you can make them all run, clean them all up, we'll send you all the stickers and stuff. You sticker them all up, and then we'll rent them from you, per day. So he gave them to them. Of course, whatever they crashed, it was assigned amount on anything that got crashed or damaged, and they bought the car and they own the car. But you go from like a car dealership to now you're a guy who rents cars to movie theaters or to movie production companies. And
That's cool.
no, I talk about just falling into something. I mean, that's really falling into something. But so I got talking. He's like, that's just what they do. There's companies like me that exist out there. They just have fleets and fleets of cars, and the movie production company will send over a list of, hey, we're looking for a star car, we're looking for a supporting actress car, and then they send a list of what they have, and then they pick what car that they want to use, based on what they have. And that's how some of these cars actually end up being in movies. Like, just, hey, well, we had a Corvette. Okay, well, that'll be the star. The star will drive the Corvette, and the supporting actress will drive this, or supporting actor will drive that. And it's kind of interesting. I never even thought that that's how that worked. I just thought, production companies just had like rows of cars laying around somewhere, but apparently they don't.
The A-Team would have kept them in business.
Yeah, I told you about that. I went to Universal Studios, and
Larry turned off his own mic.
I know. Is that idiot or what?
that when I was at Universal Studios, they had rows of certain, like whatever shows were popular at that point in time. They had rows of like Knight Rider. They had a bunch of Trans Ams sitting waiting to be like modified and stuff for the show, and they had a bunch of vans for the A-Team. That was, tells you how long ago I was at Universal Studios. But yeah, we got a behind the scenes of studio. A friend of my mom's or something worked there, and we ended up being able to go behind the scenes. But we went back there, and they had these big, huge parking lots full of these vehicles. They were just ready to crash. And I was just like, oh. And even if you remember the show, what was it? Simon and Simon was popular back in the day.
Oh, yes.
And they had a couple power wagons back there, and they had a couple of that red Camaro they drove too. So there was a red Camaro. They drove a red IROC back then too. And there was a couple
Oh, that's
sitting
right.
there.
Yeah.
So it's funny how just some of the things you don't ever think of. So anyway, moving on. I told you I got all kinds of news. So you were talking about autonomous vehicles.
Boy.
I got an interesting one for you. So Audi shared their prototype self-driving taxi kind of theory of how they wanted to do this at one of the shows. And everybody thought it was very futuristic and maybe never go forward. Well, this week they announced they are moving forward. And here's what it is. So Audi actually wants to do where the flying taxi and car separate from each other, which is, if you guys haven't had a chance, go online and look up Audi's flying taxi design. And what it is it's actually like almost like what you think like a drone, but the taxi sits underneath it, and the drone clicks onto the car and can pick it up and then flies it. And then if they get in tight situations, it'll drop it, and the taxi can finish off the little drive where they want to go. So they're actually doing some testing with it on scale models right this second. But what they really thought was going to happen is now moving forward. It's really crazy looking designs. Basically just looks like a smart car stuck underneath a drone is really what it is.
So they're going to fly you to the front of the traffic jam and drop you off.
Basically.
Put you on the other side.
Right, on the other side of it,
Yeah.
and then drop you off.
As long as it doesn't drop you to 1,000 feet.
Right. So,
Well, I'm looking forward to the autonomous car. It's my son is he's ready to pull the trigger on like Winnebago or one of the big companies, because the minute they become autonomous, Winnebagos, they're not popular now, but you put an autonomous one out there that you can all get into that thing, lay down, and it would drive you across the country.
Right.
While you're sleeping.
while you're sleeping.
And you're fully rested and you don't have white knuckles and when you
Nope.
wake up in the morning.
Well-
Those sales are going to go up.
That's like my idea that I've joked about for years. I've talked about the docking living room. It should just be a living room that just undocks and drives wherever you want to go. You never have to leave the living room, and it just comes back and redocks back into your house. It just clicks and that's it. And you guys laugh just like so. Laugh if you want.
That might cause a traffic.
Hold on, laugh if you want. But
Are you in your underwear? Or are you?
you're in it. Nobody can see you. You're just in it. So you guys laugh. But this is something. So we joked about it. It was my idea. He'll confirm. Remember, I came up with the idea all by myself. And sure enough, 3 weeks ago, somebody has something very similar like that. They are actually pushing out on the market that they want that to happen. Well, here's the thing. So for people that are not up to speed, the West Coast gets everything before we do. So they have everything that's autonomous. Really, they have restaurants right this second that what they want to do is like instead of pizza delivery, the pizza restaurant just drives around and you're in it just making pizzas, and it's just a square box and it pulls in front of your house. A guy steps off the stairs, walks to your house, and hands you a fresh pizza. And it is like a Domino's that just would be driving around and they're in it making pizzas. So it's the same thing. It's just a restaurant on wheels. I mean, that does fast food. Instead of you having to go get the fast food restaurant's constantly driving around your neighborhood. Just they centralize them into a neighborhood and they just drive around making the food. And as you order it, they pull up and give it to you.
They hit a bump. I dropped my dough.
Well, I'm just telling you. And if you think, trust me, if you think that's crazy, wait until we come back from this commercial break. I got something else for you. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow and Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow and Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow and Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow and Sons Incorporated.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Something really cool happened in 1975. And no, it wasn't the beginning of the disco era. Congress passed the Magnuson-Moss Act, so you don't have to take your vehicle back to your dealer to keep your vehicle manufacturer's warranty in effect. Our Napa Auto Care Center uses the proper replacement parts and procedures to keep that warranty valid. Visit our independently owned Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, you asked for it and I delivered. Check out our all-star team of automotive specialists at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. And we're hanging out with Larry. We're hanging out with Cameron. I got Mike. I got Kevin. I got Don. I mean, what more do you guys need? I mean, it's pretty much a big, happy family. Huh?
Nicknames for everybody?
No. Here's the problem with nicknames is people can never remember them on the fly. And then on radio, it doesn't work because radio, it's just, if you're not talking, you're not doing anything. So it's just dead silence while you try to sit there and remember what nickname you gave somebody.
You win.
Dead silence.
Yeah, dead silence doesn't work on radio. I mean, even though we're on video too, and if you guys didn't know and it's the first time tuning in, go to Let's Talk Cars Radio's Facebook page. You can click in and watch the show live, and you'll see our pretty faces or something.
And we
close
have
to that.
competitions coming up to give stuff away for Christmas time.
We do. We will be giving some things away going on for Christmas. Hey, so if you guys didn't know and you didn't catch us in the beginning, I am actually hanging out with Kevin. I'm hanging out with Mike and Don, and they're actually from Kentsville Auto Care at Arrowhead Automotive. If you guys don't know where they're located at, I'm going to give you the address. So grab a pen and write it down because this is one of our Napa families. It's one of those opportunities like I told you guys before. You go, you hang out, you can have your car worked on. It's a good place to go. Family atmosphere. You always feel welcome, and that's what we're all about. So Kentsville Auto Care is at 5288 Princess Anne Road, and if you need the telephone number there, it is 671-1676. That's 671-1676. And if you need to go to Arrowhead Automotive, and they are your alignment and your suspension specialist, so if you ever need anything done like that, they're at 5722 Arrowhead Drive, and their telephone number is 200-1877. That's 200-1877. Get it all right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm on the mark today. That doesn't usually happen, so must have got some good sleep. Hey, so here's one of the craziest things. I got in a conversation this week about two-car garages. Do you know a two-car garage really isn't truly a two-car garage?
You mean like residential two-car?
Right.
No, it's about 1.5.
It's like 1.5.
The two-car with a single door.
Depends on the
With
type
single
of
door.
car.
Okay, so then I got in that argument too. I knew somebody was going to tag in this. Yeah, couldn't plan it any better. It takes a lot to park two cars in a two-car garage nowadays. It takes some skill. I was going to say I don't think my wife could do it, but then I have to go home, and I just said it anyway. So,
by the way,
and she's listening, right? And she's listening. But so her and I were talking about it, and I said it's just easier if you back in. If one pulls in forward and the other one backs in, that way the doors, you don't have to worry about the door being too close on one side. You leave all the big opening in the center. And her reply to me was, "You don't want me backing in. I will definitely crash something." And I was just like, "Okay, well, I guess we got to come up with a better idea."
Smart car.
Two
smart cars.
And then I thought you get the cars that park themselves.
We buy them a Lexus. And
You just hit the button and it'll park itself in the garage. You don't have to worry about it. And then when you want to roll it out, you push a button and it rolls out. So
There you go. Problem solved.
You know how you were talking about backup? I got in conversation with somebody about backup cameras.
Okay.
How do you feel about the ones that bolt onto the license plate?
Okay. I know you had to remember this conversation. It's an okay idea because it's a quick add-on to your car. So I understand. But do you remember the I won't mention names, but somebody that we know who had one whose backup camera
Connected to the next door camera.
Connected to the next door neighbor's in-house cameras. So when he put it in reverse, on his screen came the next door neighbor's in-house cameras on his screen inside his vehicle when he went to go back out of his driveway.
Well, I got into the conversation.
That's why you can just hardwire instead of have it Bluetooth back and forth.
I mean,
That is an option.
Yeah, you can do a lot of, and we've talked about the camera. I'm on the up and up when it comes to cameras and cars, just for my own personal reasons, and it's worked out very well.
The reason why I got in the conversation, they got pulled over and got a ticket. Do you know why they got a ticket?
No.
Because it covers the name Virginia.
Oh, come on now.
And no obstruction is allowed to the license plate.
There's a lot of license plate holder that obstructs things on the license plate, just regular one. I mean, some of the dealership plates, the way that they come on, you put it on there and it blocks the word Virginia, or at least part of it.
Apparently that's how you get a ticket.
It's a gray area. There are certain things for state inspection that are not legal. Okay? I have a little card that I have issued to us from the state, and it's for motorcycles in particular. Everybody's heard these loud motorcycles. They're not failing state inspection because they don't have a muffler, but they are against the law to drive on a federal highway. It's up to the police to make it law. It's up to us to make it safe. So
Makes
if it's
sense. That's
something
true. That's a good
covering
way to
the
put it.
Virginia on your license plate, has nothing to do with state inspection. It's all about the manufacturer that made that camera. Are there multiple options? Sure. But for the most part, if the policeman wants to pull you over because it's covering the word Virginia on your plate, there's probably another reason he was pulling you over.
Well, here's the reason. It's to go with reason to say most people that are going to put a rear license plate camera on their vehicle themselves is going to be a tinkerer anyway. So it just takes a little bit of tinkering to make that not happen. I mean, because I don't see the average person who's not a tinkerer just going out there like, I'm going to start bolting this into my car today. I mean, most people are going to put that gadget on their car, the tinker, just like they have the kit you can buy now where you can put the cameras on the bottom of your rear mirrors, on your side mirrors. You can actually bolt them and have a camera on each side.
Yep.
I think that's sweet.
And a lot of people are like, why is the big, huge thing for cameras? And why is the big push? Well, it's not. If you look at in Europe and stuff, it's been around forever. They all had cameras forever. In fact, this week I got a video from one of our listeners sent to me about there's a Utah couple that are actually in Kenya, and they're up there, and they have a CrossFit gym they're opening up in Kenya. So they're driving down this road, and all of a sudden these bandits with machetes come running down the street chasing them, and it's all caught on their camera, and they were going to get carjacked. And they caught it all on camera. So they're like, these guys come with bats and they got machetes and they're chasing after them. And I was just like, see, that's the reason why you need to have cameras here. Because I mean, just crazy stuff doesn't just happen in Kenya; it happens here too. And I told you guys a week or two ago about the guy with me stopped right in traffic. I'm in a school zone and I'm driving in a school zone, and I slow down 25 miles an hour. He almost rear ends me. So then he swings around me at like 70 miles an hour, right down the street from your shop, actually. And jams on his brakes and stops in the middle of traffic to try to stop me, and jumps out of his car and starts walking up to my car yelling and screaming. And we had some words, but it's one of those things. Had you had a camera, I would have caught it all. And number two, if you get too close to my car, it's probably gonna be a really bad thing for you anyway. And I had to instruct him, you can stay right where you're at. You get any closer, and then what happens from there. So Virginia changed their law, right to defend yourself. So be stupid enough to grab a hold of somebody's doorknob, guys, and you see what happens when that happens. And you guys got to keep that in mind. You just never know who you're doing stupid stuff in front of. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be Kenya. It could be here. I've had a couple situations in my lifetime, maybe because of some of the cities I've lived in, where people are dumb in traffic and get out of their car and try to approach your car and have not even a nice conversation with you. And I've never understood that. You're approaching my vehicle. You know nothing about me and or what I have in my vehicle to defend myself. That's not a very bright idea, but it seems like people really seem to want to do that. And these ones I see on camera where people grab a hold of people's doorknob like they're going to reach inside their car and yank them out, I would never do that. I'm afraid of what's on the other side of that door. But apparently in the heat of the moment, people don't think about that. It's very, very crazy to me that tempers get, look, like I said before, it's real simple. You don't want to rear end me? Hit your brake. It's 25 mile an hour school zone. I mean, I wasn't wrong. I slowed down. I can't help it that you weren't paying attention.
So I'm just covering everything from Facebook right now. Do you remember the competition that we started last week?
I do remember the competition that we started last week. So we had a conversation. I believe that trucks are taking over the world. I just believe that cars will eventually go away because the creature comforts of trucks nowadays are so nice, there's no reason to have a car. You can have a car with a bed. I mean, basically it's the same thing. So I think that's the biggest reason why you see a lot of the auto manufacturers getting rid of a lot of the car lineups, because a lot of people buy trucks. So we put the poll out there, and I saw that I was losing, right? But I don't think people understood the question. I think they understood the question as, what do you drive, a car or a truck presently? And the question I was trying to present was, what would you prefer to drive, a car or a truck? So I think last time I saw, I was at 37%.
So, wow, you nailed that right on the spot.
I pay attention. I'm supposed to. That's what I get paid to do.
What would you, Kevin, pick? Truck or a car?
Well, I'm an SUV truck guy.
Don?
I like this.
Oh, I'm a truck guy.
Yeah.
Michael?
Truck. Now, I'll say this. It's going to be, they're doing away with cars, in my opinion.
Well, General Motors is closing plants.
Yeah, Ford as well, too, is going to do away with cars. But they're, autonomous cars are right around the corner. And they're going to be driving SUVs. Right. And you won't even need a car tomorrow when it does come. And an SUV will come by, pick you up, take you where you need to be, and drop you off. It'll just be an Uber with no driver.
Absolutely. We talk about the cars. We joke about it. I see cars drive themselves for service. So the car will just show up with no driver.
Sure.
With a pre-list of things they want you all to do.
How about when the bill comes?
Well, here's the thing. Nowadays, what's the difference? You don't have to, you have grocery stores right now that they're testing where you don't have to pay anymore. You walk out and it knows what the items are in the cart and automatically bills you to a card that's on file. So,
that's
no different.
Great as long as there's money in the account.
Well, there'll be ways around that. I mean,
so just to say what the results was, out of 78 people, 63% voted for car and 37% voted for truck.
That's what I said. I don't think they understood the question.
So he's trying to rub it in a little.
I know he is. No, I know. That's why. See, every time we do this, he can't leave it alone. So
get a little granulated salt here.
He does. He loves to grind it anytime because I'm just telling you.
Personally, I don't think you'll ever get rid of the car because some people, my 16-year-old daughter is case in point, my truck scares her. She wants that smaller vehicle.
And my wife won't drive my truck.
A lot of people out there, and not to pick male or female, but a lot of people still like a small car. Before I came in here, I went to a parking lot around the corner here. Driving a truck, I had a hard time getting into it.
That's my biggest complaint. So I have, everybody knows, you guys have seen it online, I have a Chevy Silverado 4-door, regular size bed, but it is such a big truck that the parking spots aren't made for me. I mean, it doesn't fit in Best Buy today. It doesn't fit in an average parking spot. For me to pull with my bumper right against the front line, I'm hanging out in the drive in the drive lane all times. For me to get in and out of a parking spot, it's a 6-point maneuver just to be able to get in and out because it's not enough room for me to back out of the spot if somebody's directly behind me is parking the spot behind me. So, but here's the thing: somebody got smart or dumb, depends on which way you look at it, and they decided we could put a whole lot more cars in a parking lot if we changed the configuration. They did tighter parking spots from side to side, and they brought the parking lanes and the drive lanes in closer because at one point in time we were going smaller. Cars were going smaller, so they started making smaller parking spots. Now the truck craze is out there. It's not made for me. Most of the time I have to park way far at the other side of a parking lot and then walk to where I'm going because my truck just doesn't fit. But you know what? It's good for exercise. Not that it's helping or anything, but it is good for exercise. I try. Hey, we're already over commercial break. We need to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I got some more for you. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national strength of Napa. Nationwide warranties honored by thousands of locations. You know that's Napa know-how. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned and operated by neighborhood professionals who operate by a written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of ASE certified technicians who will greet you with a smile you can trust. Visit us today.
You heard me say it, and now here's your chance. Now's the time to go find your auto garage. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to NapaBDGHRVA.com and find your all-star car care center today. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pillatch from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pillatch.
Welcome back, America. You listen to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. Hey, so here's something crazy for you guys. We talked last week about the self-driving cars and how that was going to affect DUIs. Okay, so, and how we were going to get around that. So, of course, within just 1 week, here's another one. A drunk driver was pulled over in another Tesla. They approached him on, I believe, I-40, pulled alongside and realized that he was basically dozing off and sleeping while the car was doing all the driving. They tried to alert him and tried to get him to pull over, but of course, he didn't react. So what they did was they used the stopping features on the Tesla. The police car pulled in front of him and started slowly braking, so the Tesla would slowly slow down as it realized there was another car in front of it. And that's how they got this guy pulled over. So we run into it once again. Like I said, literally within 2 weeks, here we are again having the conversation. Who's liable? Of course, exactly what you said, Larry, is at this point in time, it's, well, you own the car. You're liable for the fact because you are technically behind the wheel, even though the car isn't doing the driving. But I think we're going to keep on running into this over and over again. I knew that this was going to be the case, which still then brings it up. If you have a self-driving car and you go to a bar and you have the car, you get off, let's just say it's an autonomous vehicle or whatever, and you without a driver. Okay, let's just say it's a taxi company and they drop you off at the bar and you call and summon them to come back and pick you up and the taxi gets pulled over. Are you then liable because you're the only person that's in the vehicle? There's no driver.
No, I'd say no.
That's a gray area.
I'd still say no. You hired another company to be the driver.
Okay, so technically that should be the same with if you own the car then. So if you own the car and it's doing the driving, you're not doing the driving, right?
Yeah, I think it'll default to the owner until they come out and legislate it differently. I think it'll make it the owner is responsible.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, but somebody will still try to get around it.
Well, of course.
So you guys know how laws and people just go overboard on laws. Here's another one that came out of the news this week. I was talking before we got started today. Kansas is actually recalling license plates, 700 plates, okay, for what they believe is a racial slur. The plates are printed out. Now, you guys know license plates are just randomly picked letters and numbers and all that kind of stuff. So they randomly picked, and the license plates in question is JAP, let's just say 1234. Okay? Do you guys see anything wrong with that plate? No. I didn't, because I just didn't think of it. The reason why they're recalling the plate, it has the word Jap on it. That's the reason why they're recalling the plate. I never saw it like that when I saw the plate. I couldn't figure out until I read the story.
You have it on your Toyota that was manufactured in Japan.
Okay, perfect example.
And you want to keep it.
This is one of those ideas, I think, where the law has gone just a little wrong, because I just don't think we should. I never thought of it that way when I saw the plate. So if I didn't, it had to be pointed out to me. So if it had to be pointed out to me, there's really a reason to recall the plate. It's one of those ones where I think that we get involved with laws that they make sense, but they don't make sense. And this is one of the ones that didn't make sense for that instance.
So they haven't changed the Redskins
Are
yet.
liberals involved?
I don't. Probably. Probably. Moving on. Did you guys see the troopers that had to go and wake people up this week that were stuck in traffic for like 10 hours? They actually fell asleep on the freeway, and they had to like walk down the freeway and knock on windows and wake the people up.
Where was that at?
Arkansas was this one.
Wow.
So they were stuck in traffic for like 10 hours because of the snow and the freeze.
Okay.
Now, this has happened to me. It wasn't in the snow. I fell asleep at the high-rise bridge. It opened up. I was coming through late at night one night, and I think it got stuck or something. And I sat there for probably about an hour and a half, and then I fell asleep. And I got woke up, and I've told the story before. I got woke up with semi-trucks whizzing by me. I'm in the fast lane, just stopped to sleep. And all of a sudden, I get woke up by the car getting shook. And I'm like, what in the world? And I wake and I realize that traffic has now been moving, not just started moving, has been moving, but I wasn't the only one. There was probably about 20 other cars that were stopped that people had fell asleep in too, and they were going over the white lane and going by us at like 60 miles an hour and just coming back over the cars who were asleep. So I can see
I
how
was
that
asleep
gets-
at the Hampton Bridge when I was coming home from my friend's house. I mean the Hampton Tunnel, and there was an accident right when I was about to go, and it took forever. So I went to sleep.
I can see. I mean, it's viable. I mean, but could you imagine being that state trooper that has to walk that, keep on, or at least walk, get out of your car, walk, and wake everybody up all the way down because you've been there for like 10 hours? You know you're
In a snowstorm.
in a snowstorm. You know you're going to fall asleep. Look,
Hibernation.
it is. Here's another one. I told you I got a bunch of different stories. So, the Christmas Camaro, look it up. Have anybody seen this thing? It's up for sale online. Guy took an old IROC Camaro and decorated it with lights, painted the wheels green. It's a red car and stuff, and he's got it up for sale on eBay. And he calls the car Corey, which is interesting because it's IROC backwards. But it's up for sale, and he's
It's not
selling
the one. It's not Santa's in that commercial that's on TV.
I don't think so.
Isn't that an Iron that they put?
No, this
on?
is an old one. It's like an 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's one way to sell. Basically, it's one way to see a Camaro that wasn't selling, just decorate it with lights and put it back up as yard art, and then now you sell it on eBay.
I want to know how many batteries he had to use to keep this.
I think it plugs in. I'm thinking it plugs in. Cameron just showed Mike the picture.
I just pulled it up myself.
I'm not sure if this is state inspection
With
legal.
today's Christmas lights, you could buy a 12 volt to 110 inverter, and all them lights probably don't draw 10 amps.
Right? No, it doesn't.
Make them all LEDs and they'll work.
Yep,
It-
on the
it-
car battery.
It's one of those things. Like I said,
Interesting.
if you couldn't sell the car, now you should make it yard art, and that's how he advertised it. You know, don't do sleigh, don't do reindeer this year. Have a Camaro lit up in your front yard. That's how he's advertising on eBay. I thought
So-
it was kind of cool.
But how do you keep them attached to 55 mile an hour?
Yeah,
That's going to be on the Great American Light Fight.
And
Oh, sure.
the last and crazy story I have for you guys this week is one that I don't even understand. So apparently, over 1,000 of these have been sold to suckers. The scratch and sniff Ferrari stickers. They're selling them for $100, and basically what you do is you rub or scratch on the calendar, on the sticker, and it gives you the essence smell of a Ferrari. I don't know if the exhaust or the interior or.
Are we talking seat or paint?
But now,
Maybe it's just new car smell.
well, and here's the thing, and one of the things they don't tell you is,
People
do
don't
you
like
have to
the new
smell
car
the
smell.
sticker, or after you scratch it, do you have to smell your finger? And then how weird are you going to look when you walk around going? And people are going to be like, why is that man smelling his finger?
Where's that finger been?
Exactly. I'm just telling you.
So
This-
do you win anything? Or you
No,
just
no.
scratch-
You just
you
for
get-
$100, you have the ability to have a scratch and sniff calendar.
Oh, you
that's
can
supposed to
do it
smell
12
like Ferrari.
months in a row.
Apparently. A little strange. I'm just letting you guys know. Very, very strange. So that is the end of our news. I tell you what, we've been hanging out with you guys. I've enjoyed having you guys. If you guys haven't been following along, do not forget, go visit Kentsville Auto Care. They're at 5288 Princess Anne Road. Telephone number is 671-1676. Or go visit Arrowhead Automotive, and they're at 5722 Arrowhead Drive. Telephone number is 200-1877. Before we get out of here, you guys got anything you want to say?
When they come to Arrowhead, just tell them to ask for eggs and bacon,
Eggs and bacon.
because we have both.
Okay.
We have an Eggs Benedict, who's an employee.
These
and
are
then we have
nick-
Kevin
these are
Bacon.
nicknames.
These are
funny.
nicknames, so we don't get mixed up because we got an Evan and a Kevin. So Mr. Big D over here, that's his nickname. And we also call him the Professor because he's so smart. So there's his nickname.
If you guys get a chance and you're out, I'm telling you, you ask for it, I'm just delivering it. You want a garage you can trust, then you know that it's a Napa place. Give them a call, check them out. You will not regret it. That's the end of our show. We're going to get out of here. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, it's Saturday. Enjoy some time with your kids. Sunny's right around the corner. Turn off the TV. Spend some time with your kids. They'll love you for it. I'll talk to you soon.